Have you ever felt like your brain has 47 tabs open and one of them is playing music, but you can't figure out which one? Or maybe you're sitting in traffic, the red light feels endless, your email is exploding with deadlines, and your playlist just shuffled to that one song you can't stand? That's what overwhelm feels like. It's heavy, it's messy, and sometimes it feels like you're never going to get out of it. But here's the thing. You don't need a 10-step productivity hack right now. You don't need a new app or planner. What you need is one line. A sentence that clears the fog for a moment. A reminder that shifts the way you see things. That's what we're doing today. 10 powerful lines from some of the greatest minds in history. Philosophers, writers, leaders, each with a story, each with a lesson, and each with a way you can use it right now. Stick with me, because one of these lines might just be the reset button your mind is begging for. You ever feel like life is chaos? Like you're drowning in noise, responsibilities, drama, everything at once? A Roman emperor once felt the same way. Marcus Aurelius, who literally ruled an empire while dealing with wars and plagues, wrote this: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Imagine the most powerful man in the world admitting, "I can't control what happens around me, but I can control what I think." That's grounding. It's permission to stop wrestling the world and start calming your own head. So the next time your thoughts spiral, pause and ask, am I fighting the storm outside, or can I shift the storm inside? That one pause could save your energy. And speaking of energy, let's talk about the kind we waste on fear. Ever caught yourself worrying about something that hasn't even happened? Like replaying a fight in your head you never had, or losing sleep over a future you can't predict. 2,000 years ago, a Stoic philosopher named Seneca nailed it. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Think about that. How many times have you lived through the pain twice? Once in your head, and maybe never at all in real life. It's like paying interest on a debt you never owed. Next time you feel the anxiety spike, ask yourself, is this happening now? Or am I just rehearsing pain in my mind? That question is a reset. And once you see it, you'll start noticing that fear is a lousy fortune teller. Which brings us to someone who proved failure isn't the end. Before she gave us Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling was broke, divorced, and raising her daughter alone. 12 publishers told her no. Imagine if she had stopped at rejection number 7. We would never know what it feels like to get that first Hogwarts letter. A whole generation of kids would have missed out on magic. Here's what she said. "Rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life." Rock bottom sounds terrifying until you realize it's also solid ground. There's nowhere lower to fall, which means the only way is up. So if today feels like the bottom for you, remember, it might just be the foundation you'll build the rest of your life on. And speaking of foundations, let's talk about perspective. Sometimes we're so busy judging the world. This isn't fair, this isn't right, this shouldn't happen, that we forget how powerless we are over it. Epictetus, another Stoic who was once a slave and later a teacher, wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about it. Two people can face the same storm. One curses the sky, the other learns how to dance in the rain. That's the difference perspective makes. So ask yourself, what story am I telling about this challenge? Is it the end of me, or is it shaping me? And once you start reshaping your story, you'll notice small opportunities hiding everywhere. Einstein once said something that cuts right to the point. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. This wasn't just a theory from a physicist. He struggled in school. He was told he might never succeed academically. And yet, His difficulties became the playground for ideas that changed the world. Your struggles, they might be the soil for your best ideas. The next time you feel stuck, look closer. Ask yourself, what opportunity could be hiding inside this mess? Because once you find it, you start turning obstacles into stepping stones. And when you learn to do that, you'll discover a kind of strength that surprises you. Helen Keller, who lost her sight and hearing at 19 months old, still managed to graduate college, write books, and inspire millions. She knew something about resilience most of us can't imagine. She said, "Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved." It's not fun to hear, but the truth is your struggles are shaping you. They're building muscles you don't even know you'll need yet. Think of every setback as training. Pain is heavy, but it's also the weight that makes you stronger. And when you start seeing pain that way, you realize courage isn't the absence of fear. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, and yet when he finally walked free, he didn't carry bitterness, he carried wisdom. He said courage isn't the absence of fear, it's inspiring others to move beyond it. Fear doesn't mean you're weak, it means you're human. But when you act anyway, when you move through it, you don't just free yourself, you free everyone watching you. So next time fear grips you, remember, someone else is waiting to see your example. And when you lead yourself, you often lead others. That ripple effect, it's real. And sometimes all it takes is one step forward. Churchill, leading Britain through World War II, once said, "If you're going through hell, keep going." It's blunt, it's raw, and it's true. Stopping in the middle of pain only keeps you stuck in it. The only way out is through. So whatever your hell looks like right now, keep walking. One step, then another. Because eventually, hell runs out of road. And when you push through long enough, you realize failure isn't permanent either. Robert Schuller, a pastor and motivational speaker, once put it simply, "Tough times never last, but tough people do." Hardships aren't forever, but your grit, your strength, your determination, those can outlast anything. It's like storms. They come, they rage, they leave. The question isn't whether the storm will pass. It will. The question is whether you'll still be standing tall when it does. And when you realize you can stand tall through storms, you find hope. Maya Angelou, the poet who lived through deep pain but turned it into powerful words, once said, "Nothing will work unless you do." It's grounding. It's a reminder that inspiration without action is just air. You want change? You want peace? You want success? You have to move. Even if it's one small step today, that's the step that builds momentum. Because focus isn't found, it's built. So let's bring this home. You don't need to carry the weight of the whole world. You don't need to predict the future. You don't need to be fearless or perfect. What you need is one line, the right reminder, at the right time, to shift the way you see the storm. And you've just heard 10 of them. Here's my challenge. Pick one, just one. Write it down, put it on your wall, make it the background on your phone, and let it be your anchor for today. Because storms don't last forever, but you've got the strength to last longer than any storm. Remember, the real question isn't whether the storm will pass, it's whether you'll still be standing tall when it does. And I believe you will.
If this video gave you even one spark of clarity, please hit the like button. And if you want more reminders to stay grounded and focused, consider subscribing. Now tell me in the comments, which of these 10 lines hit you the hardest? I'd love to know. Thanks for watching. And remember, you've got this.